how do I structure the prices so that I don't kill my conversion rate.
Right now you sell a service, coaching, consulting, etc. that's 3 months, 12 weeks, something like that?
Yeah.
And you want to go from 3 months to 12 months, 6 months or beyond, and you're concerned that if you do that, that it'll cut off the conversion of people buying. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
So what I call this is make the upsell the downsell. So what you want to do, because most people, especially when it comes to information, most of the value is early. And because it's early, they value it more in the beginning stages than they do ongoing. So what I've seen a lot of people do is they take the 90-day program and they price it where it's high enough that the person shows up, focuses, get results. So let's call it 10K. So it's 10K for the first 90 days, which is essentially $3,000 a month. And then the downsell, that's really the upsell, is a $500 a month or $1,000 a month or $1,500 a month back end, okay, for continuity, ongoing support and implementation and accountability, right? But you position it that way. Because when they go, well, how does it work? You say, well, Paula, I appreciate you asking me that question. The way we do this is everybody starts with this program. And the reason why it's in that program, we solve this problem, this problem, this problem that you mentioned to make sure you get this result, this result, this result. Okay, and at the end of that, most of our clients move into our next phase, okay, which is a 3-year program with a 1-year commitment. See, that's the other language that I use, is a longer time frame to sell them into the smaller commitment, right? So the price point's 10K for the 90 days or whatever it is, and then the upsell is the back end, but it's really a downsell because it costs less. Do you guys see how that goes from this to this? And then that way, and then you frame it as a 3-year program with a 1-year commitment. So they go from the 90 days, everybody goes through this, they get onboarded, to the 1-year commitment on the back end. At the end of the day, if somebody wants to stop after 6 months, that's on you to decide what they want to do. But the upfront is paid up front. The back end can be monthly. It's a 12-month commitment. And then there's an automatic renewal because it's a 3-year program. And you just decide what you put in the front end to get them some real results versus the back end, which gets them ongoing accountability, community, coaching, etc. And that is how you separate them without affecting your conversions.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Let me tell you a story. So I had a guy, he did this for chiropractic clinics, okay? Really successful chiropractor, and people kept coming to him to learn how he had one of the highest per square foot chiro facilities. He did this, he had this machine that you lay people on, you hit a button and it stretches people out and does this neck cracking thing. And, you know, it sounded a little scary to me because I was like, I don't even trust like a human, let alone a machine. But essentially it was a great front end offer to get people in to do all the other extra stuff. And he had people coming to him. So at first he was doing one-on-one and they would pay him a lot of money because he didn't really have a program. And then he wanted to do something a little bit more involved. So he did, like you said, he did a 90-day program. He's like, look, I'll just teach you everything I know in 90 days. The problem is most people could not execute everything in the 90 days. Have you ever experienced that where somebody buys a course, they buy a program, they invest in the thing, but like 90 days, they were already overwhelmed, busy. They didn't have the time to do everything you asked them to do. And then all of a sudden you say, see you later, have fun. And then he was kind of frustrated with himself because the clients that should have been winning weren't winning, but he wasn't around them to support them. And I was like, why are you doing 90 days? He's like, I don't know, I just don't want a long-term commitment. Most people are scared to do a year. So what do they do instead? 90 days. They call them containers, 12-week containers. All we did was retool. He took the 90-day program and just added a coaching call in between the delivery. He stretched it out to a year, and all of a sudden people loved it. the community got bigger, the people that were winning got bigger, the wins got bigger, people felt supported, there was compression, people could join at any time. What a crazy idea. Because before, when it was 90 days, it was a cohort. They came in groups, 10, whatever. No. You come in whenever you're ready. You can still do an onboarding. You could say, hey, these are the videos to onboard. This is how we talk in our community. These are the things you got to get done before we put you into the weekly calls. And then he changed it. Well, all of a sudden his business went whoosh because he wasn't having to replenish every 90 days the customers that he got rid of. He literally told them to go away. See you later. He didn't have anything else for them. He didn't have an upsell. That's why I say the upsell's the downsell. Real quick, you've made it to the end. Let me tell you what I know about you. You're not somebody that's looking to do shelf help. You're not somebody that's just doom scrolling on social media. You're here because you want to build a real business, and you're sick and tired of not getting the real insights to grow inside your business. So I want to help you avoid all the pain trying to figure this out the hard way like I did it. That's why I put together everything I've ever learned into the Scale Workbook. It's the internal document that I use with every founder I work with that turns a chaotic business into a money-making machine. And teaching you all of this without burning more hours. It's totally free. The link is in the description, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen because I'm here to help you build your empire.